Good morning, beautiful people and viewers all over the world. This is Desmos, and you're welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empaths free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality, and I talk about personal and self-development. And if that's what resonates with you, I invite you guys, give us a like, share the video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back. And I thank you for your love and support. Now, we already know that encounters or friendships or relationships between narcissists and empaths are the most destructive encounters. But at the same time, as an empath, you will discover that along your journey, you have been in a school, okay? I know it's been dramatic and painful and everything, but you are going to realize that you have been in a school. There is things that you've been learning as well, okay? Difficult as the lessons have been, you've been learning something very important about your life. But also on the other hand, you need to remember the narcissist is also in a school. So I remember for me back in the days, I would almost believe, even if I still do, that this kind of arrangements or relationships are divinely timed. Or I could say it's a divine alignment for two individuals to learn something very powerful about themselves. And I will make a video on the lessons that we learn as empaths, especially I have learned as an empath. You are an empath. It will not be any different because a lot of our experiences will be the same. And I will do a whole video on that. But on the other hand, I also believe that the narcissist has learned something very powerful. Now, you know, the narcissist is a very stubborn individual. They don't come around and tell you that, oh, you know, when I was with you, I learned something very important. They will learn this. They will be silent about it, because we're talking about the individuals who have got an ego. They will not come around to you and acknowledge some of the things that they have learned. But they have learned something very powerful. Lesson number one, what has the narcissist learned when they encountered and spent some time with an empath? The narc will finally realize that they have been running up and down picking rocks, okay? They have been running up and down picking rocks. But you see, not all rocks are the same, okay? Some are just regular, ordinary rocks. Some of those rocks are gold, some of them are diamond. And because they don't have the eyes to see which one are the good ones, they could pick one rock, throw it on the side, pick another one, throw it on the side, pick another one, and the cycle will continue, where they will continuously go around picking up people and throwing them off on the side. We're talking about the narcissistic discard. But they will finally realize that among those rocks they was picking and throwing all over the place, some of those rocks were diamonds, okay? So they were fumbling these rocks. You know what I mean? It's like when you send these kids to go to the mines and you tell them to pick out the diamonds. So they have picked up diamonds at some point and they have thrown those diamonds at the side, only for them to realize a couple of maybe months or even years later that they have at some point made a very big mistake and they have actually picked up a diamond and they have thrown away that diamond and they can never get that diamond back in their lives. Lesson number two, the narcissist must have learned from these encounters, friendships and relationships, Even if they will not come around and tell you this, they will learn that healing is possible. Okay? Until now, I believe if the narcissist chooses to heal, even if it may take them a long period of time, a lot of work, it is possible to heal. Okay? They will figure out that it is very possible to heal, because if a narcissist has broken you down, you look at the empath, how they are going to struggle on their healing journey, all the work they have got to do. Because remember that when you have been with a narcissist, they have already put you in that energy, very low vibrational energy. So at the end of the discard, by the time you go through the discard, you are most likely vibrating like a narcissist. Okay, you are most likely at a similar frequency. Regardless if you are an empath or not, you are already vibrating at similar frequencies. Now they are going to watch you go out there and do the healing work. Because I've told you, these guys, when they leave you behind, they are going to stalk you. They'll always keep on checking up on what you're doing. They will stalk your social medias. They want to see what are you doing with yourself. And they are actually going to be watching the whole movie of your healing process take place. Until that point whereby you are going to heal so much out of that energy, and you're going to be able to realize your self-worth and completely detach from them permanently. Okay? So the narcissist, even if they will not tell you this, they already know. Silently and secretly they know that it's possible to heal. But the empath, yes, the empath will heal, but the narcissist doesn't want to heal. Okay? They don't have that time to heal. They only have time running up and down with new victims and new subjects, but they don't have the time to self-reflect and do some healing work on themselves. Actually, they have never done that healing work from day one. That is the reason as to why they are still the narcissists that they are. Lesson number 3. I'm doing this video while I'm walking, so that, because it's raining a bit. The narcissist will finally realize that earth angels do exist. That is going to be one of the most painful experiences of a narcissist, when they finally realize that the person that was in front of them was an earth angel. So that encounter actually was meant to heal them. You see, a lot of empaths are attracted to narcissists for some reason. The reason why you see a lot of these empaths, we empaths gravitating towards narcissistic people, is because at the beginning of those entanglements and relationships, we recognize that these individuals need help. We can see this brokenness inside of them. We can see this little cry for help, even if they don't really cry out very loud in your face that they need help, because, you know, again, we're talking about the ego. But we feel and we can see that we are dealing with a very little child who actually needs help and guidance. And the moment you stepped into that individual's life, that is what you did. While they went around destroying you, you was actually helping them. Okay? You guided them. You filled up their CVs. You applied for the jobs for them. You bought them some new clothes. You gave them authentic love, real, genuine, authentic love. You did everything. And this is not something everybody can do, because a lot of times people are in the wrong relationships and they've got nothing to... They don't receive anything, okay? The empaths are into these kind of relationships, and they will realize there is nothing they're receiving from the other side. So they're the givers. And you see, once you leave the narcissist, they will figure out that this particular person was sent to them to help them. Okay? Which comes to the reason as to why sometimes when you live a narcissist life, if you've been there for a while, of course, and you've gone through a discard, that's why you see all of a sudden their life starts to fall apart. Okay? Because now they are glitching. You have walked out of their lives, they don't know what to do with themselves, they're all over the place, they're running up and down, and they don't know how to be on track. They have lost track on themselves, and eventually their health will crumble. Some of them will experience very horrible situations in their own lives, even some of them in worst case scenarios. Some of those narcissists end up dead. The evidence is there, and there's many empaths who can testify to this. Okay? That would be a very powerful lesson, that the narcissist has actually met an earth angel at one point in their lives. They know that you've got a beautiful light. That is why they were very quickly running into your life, because they knew there were so many things they could benefit from being around an earth angel like you. Number 4, lesson that the narcissist learned during the encounter with the empath. Okay? The narcissist will finally realize that they are on the road to self-destruction. Okay? Now you see, it is already evident that we already know, for the most of you guys who have left the narcissist, we already know how life is going to end up with the narcissist. For the narcissist, how is life going to end up? We already know the route that they are taking. Yes, of course, we didn't know that back in the days. But we have educated ourselves and we have finally figured out that these individuals, that is how they operate, that is how the cycle moves, and they will also figure out, as long as they continue doing what they are doing. And again, even if they will not come around and, they don't come around and tell you these things, but, as intuitive empaths, we figure these things out by ourselves, okay? Even I've seen some narcissists actually testify that whatever it is going to go down with them at the end of the day, they are going to self-destruct in so many different kinds of ways. So the narcissist is going to learn that this path they have chosen and they have been taking for years, for ages, it is a path to self-destruction, okay? Point number 6, the lesson the narcissist will learn along their journey with the empath, entanglement and encounters with the empath. They will finally figure out that when the empath is gone, they are gone for good. Now, there's an empath who will leave. Maybe they haven't yet done any work on themselves, or maybe they're still struggling to heal. There will be hovers, of course, because the empath always wants to give these guys a second chance, or a third chance, or a fourth chance. I know even sometimes a narcissist, an empath who has been hovered more than 20 times with a similar narcissist, okay? They have not been able, until this moment, they have not been able to break away and to break free from the narcissist. But the moment that time comes whereby the empath detaches permanently from a narcissist, they will realize that person is gone and they're not coming back. And you see, this is where it's going to turn very, very ugly for the narcissist, because they are going to know they have lost the empath. They have been playing around these games. They have been given second chances and third chances and fourth chances, even 10, 20 chances. There was no change. And what did the empath do? The empath decided to wake up and walk out of these situationships, okay? The narcissist will finally figure out that you're gone for good and you're not returning. And for the narcissist, that is a very big blow in their face. It is finally the defeat of the narcissist. And every narcissist that you know of will always play around with people until they will meet a very powerful empath. And the moment they have encountered that empath and that empath walks out of their lives, that narcissist will never be the same again for the rest of their lives. That is the 6th lesson. The narcissist will always learn from the encounter and the entanglement and relationship or friendship with a beautiful empath like you. So if there are other lessons I've not mentioned, these have been like my experience, okay, over the years. If there's something I've missed out, you guys know, you can always let us know in the comment section below. Let us know your input. You guys do know that I do love and appreciate your support. You can book a session with me. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.